Most people want success. They crave it. They talk about it like it's some distant dream waiting to fall into their lap. But when the time comes to put in the work, to embrace the struggle, to suffer for it, they fold. Why? Because success isn't about luck, talent, or opportunities handed to you on a silver platter. Success is built, forged in fire, and carved out through relentless discipline. Discipline is the foundation of everything. It's the only thing standing between you and the life you claim to want. Without discipline, your potential is wasted. Your goals are nothing more than fantasies, and your ambition is empty noise. It doesn't matter how motivated you feel today, because motivation is temporary. It fades. It's undependable. The real question is, what do you do when motivation is gone? When you're tired, broken, and life is throwing everything at you? That's when discipline steps in. Discipline isn't about doing things when they're convenient. It's about doing them regardless of how you feel. It's waking up when the alarm goes off, not hitting snooze. It's showing up to train when your body is sore and screaming for rest. It's putting in the extra work when no one is watching, when no one is applauding, when no one even cares. Because discipline isn't about proving anything to others. It's about proving everything to yourself. Success isn't about one big moment. It's a result of stacking small wins day after day until they become your identity. People fail because they chase shortcuts. They want fast results, instant gratification, overnight success. But the truth is, the process is slow, brutal, and unforgiving. Discipline forces you to stay the course when others quit. It forces you to show up when excuses feel easier. It forces you to rise when failure knocks you down. And make no mistake, failure will come. Setbacks will happen. Pain is inevitable. But discipline doesn't care about your pain. It doesn't care about your feelings. Discipline demands that you get up anyway, that you push forward when everything inside you says stop. Because the moment you let discipline slip, weakness takes over. Weakness leads to doubt. Doubt leads to hesitation, and hesitation kills dreams before they even start. Some people say discipline is restrictive, that it takes away freedom. They have no idea what they're talking about. Discipline is the ultimate freedom. It frees you from regret, from mediocrity, from a life of what ifs. Discipline allows you to take control of your destiny instead of being a victim of circumstance. It gives you the power to dictate the outcome, to shape your future, to break every limitation placed upon you. Every single person who has ever achieved greatness has done so on the back of discipline. Not luck, not talent alone, but an unwavering commitment to showing up, to executing, to doing what must be done, no matter how difficult it gets. Look at your own life. If you're not where you want to be, it's because somewhere along the way you chose comfort over discipline. You let emotions dictate actions. You let weakness win. That changes now. No more excuses. No more waiting for the right time. No more wishing for things to get easier. Instead, you become harder. You become relentless. You embrace the suffering because you understand that pain is temporary, but the rewards of discipline last forever. The moment you decide that discipline is non-negotiable, that it's not an option but a requirement, that's the moment your life changes. So get up, do the work, stay consistent, stay disciplined, and watch what happens when you refuse to quit. No excuses, no shortcuts. Most people quit because they don't have a strong enough reason to keep going. They start with ambition, they get excited, they say they want it, but when the storm hits, they fold. They give in to pain. They surrender to doubt. Why? Because they never truly understood their why. And without a why, you will break every single time life puts pressure on you. Your why is the anchor that holds you steady when everything around you is falling apart. It's the fire that burns inside you when exhaustion, fear, and failure try to snuff you out. Without it, you are just going through the motions, weak, unfocused, and ready to quit the moment things get tough. But when your why is strong enough, you become unstoppable. Think about it. Why are you here? Why are you chasing this goal? Why do you wake up early, grind when no one's watching, and push yourself beyond your limits? If you don't know, you will crumble when adversity strikes. But when you do know, nothing can break you. Pain won't stop you. Doubt won't control you. Fear won't own you, because you aren't moving based on how you feel. You're moving based on what you've committed to. People who succeed don't have it easier. They just have a stronger reason to endure. When their body screams for rest, their why screams louder. When failure knocks them down, their why forces them to stand back up. When life tells them to quit, their why refuses to let them. That's the difference between those who make it and those who don't. Not talent, not luck, not circumstances, just an unshakable reason to keep going no matter what. So you have a choice. Live aimlessly, allowing the world to dictate your path, or dig deep, define your why, and use it as fuel to overcome every obstacle. Your why isn't just a thought. It's a weapon, a force stronger than pain, stronger than failure, stronger than any excuse you've ever told yourself. The weak rely on motivation, the strong rely on purpose. And if your purpose is strong enough, there is no force on this earth that can stop you. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep making excuses, or are you going to find your why and make yourself unstoppable? Most people spend their lives looking for a way out, an excuse, an easy road, an escape from the grind. They want results, but they don't want the suffering that comes with it. They want greatness, but they search for the shortest route, the hack, the secret that doesn't exist. That's why they fail. That's why they remain stuck in mediocrity. Because success doesn't belong to the comfortable, it belongs to those who refuse to make excuses, those who reject the easy way, and those who refuse to surrender no matter how hard it gets. Excuses are the lies we tell ourselves to justify quitting. They creep in when things get uncomfortable, whispering that it's okay to stop, that you've done enough, that you don't need to push any further. But deep down, you know the truth. The second you give yourself permission to make an excuse, you open the door to weakness. And weakness spreads like a disease, infecting your mindset, eroding your discipline, and leaving you wondering why you never became what you were capable of being. There is no shortcut to greatness, no hack, no secret formula, no easy path. The process is brutal. It will break you down, push you past limits you didn't even know you had, and test your commitment every single day. And that's exactly why most people quit. They want the reward without the sacrifice. They want the glory without the suffering. But the truth is, you have to earn it. Through sweat, through pain, through relentless effort when no one is watching. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail isn't talent, luck, or genetics. It's the refusal to surrender. It's the ability to stand back up when you're knocked down, to keep moving forward when your body and mind are screaming for you to quit. Life is designed to test you, to see what you're made of, to separate the weak from the strong. And in those moments, you have a choice. Break or rise. Most people break. They let the pain, the setbacks, and the failures define them. But the ones who rise, they don't stop. They don't quit. You have to decide what kind of person you're going to be. Are you going to let adversity beat you? Are you going to let obstacles dictate your future? Or are you going to stand up, fight back, and refuse to let anything or anyone break you? Because at the end of the day, it's not about how many times you fall. It's It's about how many times you get back up. The strongest people aren't the ones who avoid pain. They're the ones who embrace it, who use it as fuel, who transform suffering into strength. No excuses, no shortcuts, no surrender. That's the code. That's the mindset. And if you live by it, nothing can stop you. Everybody wants greatness, but very few are willing to pay the price. They see the success, the victories, the achievements, but they don't see the pain, the suffering, the relentless grind behind the scenes. Greatness is not given. It is earned through sacrifice, discipline, and an unyielding refusal to quit. The cost of greatness is discomfort. It demands that you willingly step into pain, into struggle, into suffering, while the rest of the world seeks comfort. It requires early mornings, late nights, and a ruthless commitment to the process. There is no shortcut, no easy route, no hack. You must be willing to endure more than the average person. You must be willing to suffer in silence, to push through exhaustion, to keep moving forward even when every part of you is screaming to stop. Pain is the currency of progress. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of sacrifice. You don't rise to the top by accident. You claw your way there, one brutal step at a time. The strongest minds, the most disciplined warriors, the highest achievers. These people don't complain about the cost. They embrace it. They understand that every ounce of pain, every drop of sweat, every moment of suffering is forging them into something greater. While others make excuses, they show up. While others quit, they push harder. And while others settle for mediocrity, they demand more of themselves. You have to kill the weakness inside you. Greatness requires that you destroy the version of yourself that seeks comfort, that looks for an easy way out. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when the weight of the journey feels unbearable. But that's the test. That's the moment when the weak fold and the strong push through. That's the defining line between those who achieve and those who dream. Discipline is the weapon that separates the elite from the average. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. But discipline is unwavering. It's what gets you out of bed when you're exhausted. It's what forces you to train when no one is watching. It's what keeps you locked in when the distractions of the world try to pull you off course. You cannot achieve greatness without discipline. It is the backbone of success. The mind is your greatest enemy, but also your most powerful ally. The human mind is designed for survival, not greatness. It seeks safety, security, and ease. But greatness exists outside of comfort. It lives in struggle, in adversity, in suffering. The moment you understand that your mind is trying to protect you from pain, you realize that you must override it. You must reprogram it to crave discomfort, to embrace the struggle, to find strength in suffering. You must be willing to suffer alone. The road to greatness is lonely. People won't understand your obsession. They won't comprehend the sacrifices you make, the hours you put in, the discipline you demand from yourself. They will call you crazy. They will doubt you. They will try to pull you back to mediocrity. But if you truly want to be great, you must walk this path alone. You must be willing to outwork, outlast, and outfight every obstacle in your way. Sacrifice is non-negotiable. There is no balance when chasing greatness. Something will always be sacrificed. Sleep, comfort, social life, ease. The question is, are you willing to give up what's unnecessary to obtain what's essential? Are you willing to endure years of grinding for a lifetime of success? The greats don't hesitate. They know the cost, and they pay it without hesitation. Your excuses don't matter. Nobody cares about your struggles, your hardships, your pain. Greatness doesn't give handouts. It doesn't care about your circumstances, your past, or your disadvantages. It only cares about what you are willing to do. Will you put in the work? Will you stay disciplined? Will you keep going even when everything inside you says to quit? The answer to those questions will determine your destiny. The price of greatness is relentless effort. It's waking up every day with a singular focus to be better than you were yesterday. It's pushing past exhaustion, past doubt, past fear. It's understanding that the journey never ends. There is no finish line, no moment where you can sit back and say, I've made it. Because the second you stop pushing, you start falling backward. Greatness is an everyday battle, and only the relentless survive. So ask yourself, are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to sacrifice your comfort, your excuses, your weakness to become something greater? Because if you are, then there is no limit to what you can achieve. But if you're not, if you hesitate, if you second guess, if you're looking for the easy way out, then understand this: greatness will never be yours. The cost is high. The road is brutal. The struggle is real. But the reward is a life without limits. A life where you dictate your future. A life where you look in the mirror and know that you gave no excuses, no shortcuts, no surrender. Pay the price or stay the same. The choice is yours. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail isn't talent, luck, or genetics. It's the refusal to surrender. It's the ability to stand back up when you're knocked down, to keep moving forward when your body and mind are screaming for you to quit. Life is designed to test you, to see what you're made of, to separate the weak from the strong. And in those moments, you have a choice: break or rise. Most people break. They let the pain, the setbacks, and the failures define them. But the ones who rise, they don't stop. They don't quit. They don't surrender. You have to decide what kind of person you're going to be. Are you going to let adversity beat you? Are you going to let obstacles dictate your future? Or are you going to stand up, fight back, and refuse to let anything or anyone break you? Because at the end of the day, it's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. The strongest people aren't the ones who avoid pain. They're the ones who embrace it, who use it as fuel, who transform suffering into strength. No excuses, no shortcuts, no surrender. That's the code. That's the mindset. And if you live by it, nothing can stop you. The weak make excuses, the strong make adjustments. The weak complain, the strong conquer. The weak fold under pressure, the strong rise above it. So which one are you? When the pain comes, when the struggle hits, when the excuses start whispering in your ear, will you break or will you rise? This is your moment, your defining test. Will you stay the same? Or will you step up and become the person you were meant to be? There is no easy way, no secret formula, just relentless discipline, unshakable purpose, and a refusal to surrender. Stay hard,